give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Makakadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles. That great millstone. That labor, night and day. Make sure we get this 100% true. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the 144,000. Shalom to the Akim. Shalom to the Aqua. Shalom to all those that are coming in, learning, and all those that's been in there for a long time. Shalom. Yeah, so as you can see, top of the this start of the day, it seems like every week there's something going on. So I'm wondering what this week is going to play out in the fall of Babylon. And you're seeing how people just keep doing craziness. Had little Nas X out there in LA in the street looking a fool. And he doesn't care how he looks and the stupidness that he's doing. Another police shooting that I did a video on. It's just wondering what's the next thing that's gonna happen. But I'm gonna upload this other little short video when I get the time to, and it's basically how this MOTB is gonna roll out. So it's not gonna be too long of a video. But seeing how stuff is going in Chicago, see that the mayor is trying to fight back against Trump. Well, people gotta realize that's gonna be a losing battle. This devil is coming down with great wrath because he really knows he got a short period of time to get everything that he wants done to be done, because they want to set up their system. And then seeing in that other video how the brother was showing the sister that was going for the driver's license, and how the lady wasn't really trying to tell her too much. But some people are in the market to know about the about the mark of the beast, because they have always shown little stuff from the 80s that the mark of the beast was a tattoo on your forehead and a tattoo on your arm or your wrist, and they scan it and stuff like that. So people might have had an idea that it actually it was something like that. But the point is, if people been following it, it's gonna actually be an implant. So I remember listening to I think it was I can't remember his name offhand, but saying there was gradualism. They're gonna gradually do things to bring it in. And that's what it is, because if they just come out right with it, no one's gonna take it. I'm just waiting till they start saying that we gotta wear those watches. I'm waiting on that. When they say we got mandatory to wear those watches that supposed to watch our health and stuff like that. So that's just another way of leading up to it, of what they want. And they're going to find ways to implement the stuff they want to do out here. Because this system has to fall. But the main thing I've been praying for is that when this stuff does hit, that I can make it through it. Because it's going to be a real test on a lot of us, all of us. And I just always think about my children. That's the number one thing that comes on my mind about that. And it's like knowing that these devils are going to try to use anything they can when you don't take it. Because they always try to use, if you're being a neglectful parent, they'll say, well, if you can't take care of your kids financially, they're going to have to be taken by the state. And that's something that Edom always loves to do. They find ways to try to take your children. And if they see that you're not taking care of your children, and the things they look for is a place to live and food, and make sure they're not being abused. Well, we already know that God's people are not abusing their kids. You might have a few that slip through the cracks, but for the most part, we take care of our kids. So that's something that people need to think about what they're going to try to use. If you and your wife are already steadfast that you refuse to take the C-hip, you already know that you gotta have some type of way so that your kids can be clothed and eat and have a place to rest their head. So that's the number one thing they're going to do, is to do something like that. They're going to do something like that. And if you don't have that, they're going to say by the state, you have the right to take your children. And that'll be violating on the books of what they got, but nothing on the books that they got that they want to really uphold. When they would say your freedom is supposedly religious freedom, because people think just because you're supposed to have some religious freedom, that they say that that's supposed to protect you. I mean, and if you're in the workplace and you're working for someone, they always make you take some type of classes talking about how you need to respect other people's religious freedom. And they also try to freedom of speech and freedom to assemble. They always have that, but they always find a way to break that. So it's just something that for people to think about. But that's what they're going to do. They're going to find a way to say, now we can take your children. And that's something that they have always done and always want to do. Because they get a kick out of taking the Israelites' kids. You see countless videos of them doing stuff like that. And you even hear some celebrities that said that they was in foster care, and they told their story. The only reason why I bring up celebrities is because you could kind of get your word heard a little bit more out there than individuals. Not saying that you can't get it out as an individual, but I think you understand what I'm trying to come across. But yeah, there's something that always runs through my mind. It makes you almost not wish you had kids, but kids are a blessing. And I try to use that to remember that, hoping that when this comes about, that Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, I get protection. We all want the protection from this storm that's coming. And we all wish that this storm wasn't coming, but this storm has to come to break down the stronghold that's on the whole world. Because we've been out here suffering for a very long time. A very long time. We are at that end of the struggling. And I also try to tell myself that whatever you lose will be given back. I seriously tell myself that. And it kind of makes you not want to have feelings for your own family, because you worry about the stuff for the future. But it also says don't worry on what the future has, because some of them things don't come to be. And some of them things don't come to be. Sometimes you're just worrying yourself to death. Sometimes you are just worrying yourself to death. So it's just hard to know. What to expect out here. So just gotta always keep your mind on Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, and just keep following the laws, statutes, and commandments, and just do what you have to do to not let this world consume you. I didn't want to make this be a long video. Just an early morning ride talk. We'll give all praise to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai B'Shem Rakakadash. Double honor to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone that teach us this truth. Shalom to the hopeful elect. Shalom to 144,000. Shalom to the 1/3. Shalom to all the Akim and Aqua. Shalom.